Hey Scorpio, it's your girl Alex, and I'm here to bring you another tarot reading. I hope you guys are doing well. If you're subscribed to my channel, you've seen I've posted videos for the other signs, just random signs. I'm not going through the other 11 signs of the zodiac. But I did want to offer an opportunity for you, Scorpio, to tell me what other sign you want me to read for. So, if you want me to read for Taurus or, Leo or Aquarius, just put that sign in the comments, one sign per comment, and whomever has the most comments, I will read for that sign for you, Scorpio. All right? All right. I love you. I love you. I do. All right. Now let's see what's going on with your stinger ass. I love you guys. Whew. The world card. This is it. I don't know the other words of it to that song. That's all I heard is this is it. Oh, by the way, shout out to everybody who came out to Stillwell's. I love, 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 love you guys all. I'm so happy with you guys. Thank you. All right. Five of Pentacles. Please don't ask me in the comments when am I going to be back at Stillwell's. Okay? Because I was just there 4 weekends in a row. If you ain't catch me, you ain't got me. Okay? All right. So we got the Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Two of Swords. Oh, somebody's ignoring universal messages, Knight of Wands, because they're moving too quick or they're emotional at this time. Okay. So something's coming to an end. Something is completing. And right now somebody feels a little excluded, depressed, lonely. Seven of Cups is emotionally confused, having a lot of options, delusional about Ten of Pentacles, what they want, what's meaningful to them. Eight of Wands, the universe is speaking. The universe is sending you signs and messages. You need to listen more to your intuition versus your conscious mind. And then once you hear those messages, please take action, right? Please act quickly, by the way. Okay. Moon, Knight of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Seven of Wands. I should just look into the screen to see the card. Six of Wands, Nine of Swords. Okay. So who are my dualities? We got the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, it's Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands, Six of Wands. We got Five of Pentacles. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll hold them up. So the World card with the Moon, right? This is completion, right? Something coming full circle, cycles, seasons, and the Moon card is things that are hidden. Okay. So intuitively, that kind of says to me that somebody could have issues, challenges, or fears when things end. Not you, Scorpio, right? Y'all are the kings and queens of endings. Okay? Um, Kind of feels like the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is communication, and the Five of Pentacles is, feeling a little rejected, lonely, left out. So you could have stopped speaking to someone, or someone could have stopped speaking to you. And it feels like what's happening is that your deep, repressed emotions about feeling left out, rejected, abandoned, lonely, depressed, depleted, whatever, defeated, whatever it is, that stuff's starting to come up through to the surface. I know I'm not going to spend too much time on this reading to get to the point of somebody needs to heal. So let me just get that out the way, and then we can finish on with the reading. Seven of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is like being stingy, blocked. Seven of Cups is, having multiple options. daydreaming, trying to figure out what path to take forward, what to feel, what opportunity to go after next. With the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, I'm showing you the cards and I'm talking about the cards related to the tarot because whenever I read the cards intuitively, people are like, "Yeah, read that. What was the message?" That's not. Anyway, I'm doing it this way, and then I'll start to give the intuitive intuitive messages. Somebody is trying to hold on tightly to the memories of you. It's almost like they had it all with you and then they didn't. Now, the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands together kind of says that there was some baggage here or some sort of burdens or blockages that blocked any sort of future opportunity with you. Now, with that 7 of Cups there, that 7 of Cups also could represent substance. I always read the 7 of Cups as substance abuse. Okay? But the four of Pentacles, right, holding on tightly, kind of says that somebody could have stopped. Somebody now understands that their issues with substance is really what blocked a particular connection, specifically with you, Scorpio. The 10 of Wands is definitely baggage, right? Shit that you're walking around with every day that you don't know you're walking around with, your triggers, you know what I mean? Angels just said triggers are only apparent once you're triggered, right? So at the end of the day, you don't know your triggers until you're triggered. Okay. So with the 8 of Wands and 7 of Wands, um, I feel like the universe is trying to show you or show someone else their defiant, rebellious, um, resistant behavior. In other words, again, this is the problem with reading these fucking cards individually is that together I need to create a storyline, but these freaking cards are talking about 8 different fucking situations, and I'm trying to give you guys a comprehensive reading. All right. So let me read my way. Okay. Um, Again, I do kind of feel like somebody has deep rooted fears about some sort of ending with you. Someone's afraid that something's going to end with you. If you ended something with someone, they were afraid about that ending coming or ending happening before it happened. There's something, yeah, I know. I got Scorpio sun and Sagittarius rising. Scorpio is blunt, Sagittarian is blunt, okay? That is a double-edged sword that is sharpened on both sides, okay? So I do kind of feel like this Knight of Swords was some sort of biting, blunt, hurtful communication that made someone feel rejected, depleted, depressed. You got it. You got the picture. Made them feel like you didn't want them anymore. Okay. The 7 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles, they're, again, somebody needs to heal because it's almost like instead of thinking about this bullshit perception of a reality, oh, Scorpio doesn't want to deal with me anymore. Now, what the person is going to do is they're going to go back and revel and daydream about the times that they had you, the times that you were theirs. Yeah, this is the problem with doing face readings is that you guys get to see my dismay. You get to see my dismay. Okay. So is it really that Scorpio doesn't want you anymore? Or is it your baggage, your projecting, your shit from the past that you're not over that's leading you to believe Scorpio doesn't want you anymore? I'm just asking. I'm just saying. Right? Because I kind of feel like with the 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands is synchronicities. There are signs and indications here that there is a path forward. But if you don't believe in a path forward, you don't want to see in a path, you don't see a path forward, then baby, there's not a path forward. Look at all this blockage here, right? You got the 4 of Pentacles blocking. You got the 10 of Wands blocking. In addition to that, you got the 5 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. So the 5 of Pentacles is you already feel like shit. The 7 of Cups is now you're emotional. Can you imagine? You don't feel like shit and you're emotional. That's a horrible combination. All right. So again, any sort of path forward right now, you're not convinced. You don't think that you can get Scorpio back, or you don't think that there's an opportunity. Well, law of attraction is a real thing. And what you think, so shall it be. Or what you feel, so shall it be. So if you are thinking, hey, I can't get Scorpio back, I guess it shall be. The Knight of Wands. Whatever this is that you are projecting will come back as soon as possible. Okay? Baby, we're still sitting in a Mercury retrograde. Mercury is the planet of whatever goes out comes right back. Let's call it the planet of relativity. What goes up must come down. Okay? So whatever you're thinking and you're projecting, it will come back to you. If you would like, angels are saying, careful, careful with your thoughts. The Nine of Swords. Some of you are losing sleep. You're stressed out. My angels just say, Alex, you just gave them a revelation. Right? There's the Tower. Right? Some of y'all got really, really, really shitty thinking. And Scorpio, I feel like we family at this point. I feel like I could be that honest with you. Maybe somebody was too honest. Scorpio, was it you? It probably was. But somebody was too honest, and whomever you were honest with, man, it kind of broke them. It kind of broke them down. Ooh. I know, I tend to be honest to a fault. I'm sorry. Sometimes my messages come across as harsh. I'm sorry. I love you. But baby, I'm authentic. I live by the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Fuck everything else. I'm sorry. You don't like the cursing? I'm sorry. Permiso. I'm sorry. Also, by the way, if you signed up to go to Puerto Rico, check your freaking email. There's information in there on how to book your rooms. You have to book by April 9th. If you are interested in going with me to Puerto Rico, you got to register by March 31st. After March 31st, I'm closing registrations. Okay. Well, look what I said. Look what I said. The past are repeating itself in their thoughts, trapped in their perception. The Eight of Swords for me also represents low faith, right? Low faith, crappy belief. It's stinking thinking, okay? And it's stinking thinking that the negative past is going to repeat in your uncharted future. Notice I didn't say your positive future or your negative future. I just said uncharted. But if you are thinking about your negative past, you're going to bring it into your negative future. Congratulations. Queen of Pentacles. Ground. Knight of Swords. Communication again. Page of that trigger. This is, I'm telling y'all, intuitive. I know I'm fucking intuitive. I don't need to prove that shit to nobody else. Especially if you came and saw me at Stillwell's, man. I was pulling shit from the crates, from the universal crates. My New Yorkers, New Jerseyers, right? Y'all know what that is. You digging in the crates for stuff. Right? Okay. Ten of Swords. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Scorpio, you triggered somebody. You triggered somebody. Look, that's you. That's the death card. The death cards are endings. What's it under it? Look, Five of Pentacles. Scorpio, you done pulled the power out of somebody. You done yanked the plug. Like, give me that. Angels is like, fuck that. Scorpio ain't pulled shit out of no wall. Scorpio shut off the power. Jesus, Scorpio, what did you do? I'm just saying, I love you. Somebody's feeling really depleted. Could be because of something you said. Remember, readings can be reversed, or you're feeling really depleted over something that someone else said. Either way, I got the Five of Pentacles here once. Right? It's still on my table. And I don't know who this is. But they can't see any way out of it. Now that makes sense. This makes sense to me. Right? Because it's almost like if you made somebody feel left out, rejected, or, like disqualified, you made them feel left out in the cold, you're going to have to come back and resurrect that. If you please. Okay? All right. You got the Page of Wands here. That's the trigger. Now you got the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. on the table. Who's the other 10? The 10 of Cups is not here. So we're dealing with, that makes sense to me. All of this energy is coming up for someone else to address. I kind of feel like whomever this person is, who is the Five of Pentacles, is the person who's needing healing, right? Because what you did, Scorpio, is you came along and triggered them, right? By something you said or something you didn't say or something you've done. And now that they're all triggered, they got to address these wands to get to these pentacles. I really do feel like I want to end this reading. You're right, because at this point, we should all be in the closet, out the closet, under the closet psychologists, right? Especially when it comes to triggers, especially when it comes to past baggage, especially Mercury retrograde, especially how the past tends to repeat itself. We should all, especially you, Scorpio, should be well versed on the cyclical nature of life, how things go around, how things come back around, okay? Um, and angels are saying they are, except when it's happening to them, right? So if you're the person triggered, you're not healed. Whoever you're dealing with who is triggered, they're not healed. Again, a trigger, right, lays dormant. And I say again because I said this in another reading. Triggers lay dormant until you're triggered, right? So it's almost like for some of you, you didn't even know your triggers exist until you're triggered, okay? Now, once you're triggered, forget who triggered you. Work on the trigger, okay? That's a lot. Just say the word trigger, 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 right? So in other words, I've always said this to people. If I trigger you, okay, first off, I don't own the trigger. I'm just the one who, came and just hit that spot. Okay? You own your reaction to it. Okay? Now, 10 times out of 10, my toe is itching. 10 times out of 10, your trigger is related to the past. I'm just some, cute reader who came along and was like, boop. And then you was like, ah. You know what I mean? But the is not because of the boop. The is because of what has gone on in your past. Okay? Now, but again, that's what triggers me. That's why I'm like, okay, at this point, we should all be professional trigger diffusers, right? We should be. But I know. My angels just said the different generations, the different upbringings, the different placements, the different approaches towards their emotions, right? So that makes sense, blah, blah, blah. But I kind of feel like, definitely with the Nine of Wands, I'm racking them up, and the Knight of Wands was just sitting there, and the Knight of Wands does represent that back and forth, that, I love you, bitch, you getting on my motherfucking nerves. Okay? So again, whatever brings you over and brings you, it's a clinical definition. I'm not going to talk about what that is, but your management of both of these, right? Again, when something pisses you off, what does that to you? When something brings you into, I love you, what does that? How do you manage them both? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. And that was up top, the Knight of Swords. The swords in the tarot represent communication and information. The knights for me represent dialogue, conversation. There evidently was something that happened between you and somebody else, maybe a Sagittarius, maybe a Gemini, Sagittarian moon, Sagittarian Mercury, or Gemini Mercury. So they had Sagittarius in their Mercury, or they had Gemini in their Mercury. And that person said something, did something that just sent you off on the deep end. And now you can't stand the ground that person walks on. And us, as the energy of this universe, is saying to you, why? They ain't had nothing to do with creating the trigger in the first place. Go back, heal from what created the trigger in the first place. The answers you need are coming. The answers you need are look. Don't let your past hold you back. Don't take that shit with you going forward. Ooh, forget it holding you back. Don't allow that shit to fuck up your future. All right. Don't let your pride hold you back. Okay. Oh, don't let your pride get in the way. Well, there's Leo. So, I know. I know. My angel said, especially those of you or people who you are dealing with who have high levels of pride, they don't want to heal because they don't think they have to. But every time they're triggered, it's proof you need to heal. I'm just saying. Right? Because here's the thing, we're all triggered all the time. It's just when your hormones fire off, and as a result is an emotion, right? When you fall in love, that's a trigger. When you get angry, that's a trigger. When you get excitement, right? Whatever outside stimuli affects you, the way you react to it is a trigger, okay? So if I got excited, yoo-hoo, it's still a trigger. It's just a positive one. If I became anxious, fuck, it's a negative one, right? It's still a trigger. So triggers are normal, okay? It's the uncontrollable side of triggers that's the problem. And your pride is like, triggers? What triggers? I'm good, Alex. I ain't got Man, I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who I'm talking to. Ooh, child. Expect powerful change. So my angels just said, is it really the trigger or is it really the pride? I am philosophical. I definitely am. So is the trigger the issue or is the pride? And another angel said the both of them. I love that word, the both of them. The both of them, right? It is the trigger and it is the pride. Because the pride is suffocating and holding back. Hey, I ain't got no triggers. I'm not showing you I got any triggers. Triggers? What triggers? I don't see no triggers. You see triggers? You need to get your eyes checked, right? And of course you can't see any triggers because the pride is there to mask the trigger. So it's the both of them, the pride and the trigger. If your pride is trying to hold you back or conclusions are within reach, you're not going to be able to put up with this too much longer because the universe has a way of stepping in your life and redirecting your free will and forcing you to change and evolve. So again, this is a trigger happy reading or not so much, but whatever this erratic emotional behavior is, physical behavior, sexual behavior, mental behavior, psychological behavior, whatever realm it sits on, whatever level it sits on, needs to be managed. The only way you can manage it is to get to the core of it. Okay? Now, I'm not preaching anymore. I'm not going into my healing bag. I'm starting to do that outside of YouTube. So if this resonates with you, go on and hit subscribe, go on and hit like, go on and hype, whatever it is that y'all feel to do. And I'm just going to see y'all in the next one. I'm going to leave a link in the description for my Calendly page. You will get to see all the appointments that are available. Personal readings, both recorded and live, are closed. Do not leave me a message asking for a personal reading. Okay? If for some reason I read for you before and I'm like, hey, reach out if you need one, yeah, you can reach out all day, all night. But yeah, personal readings from a general sense are closed. I love you, Scorpio. Bye.